Is your AC running? Well, you better go catch it. All jokes aside, it is way too hot outside. Some would say oppressive to deal with air conditioning issues. Kendall Yarbrough is the AC sales manager of Snyder AC Plumbing and Electric, and he joins me now to discuss the importance of regular air conditioning maintenance. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
All right, let's jump right into it. So what can homeowners do to ensure their AC systems can keep up in the summer heat?
Well, there's going to be no substitute for professional routine maintenance. Having someone who's educated, equipped, and trained to come in and ensure that system is operating at peak efficiency. However, the most common and should be the easiest thing a homeowner can do is just change their air filter.
Right, so let's talk about that. So what is the job of the air filter, and how does keeping it clean or keeping it upright help the unit, filter out our air and stuff like that?
So the filtration is really a twofold process. The first step is to clean and protect the air conditioning system itself.
Okay.
If you get the least amount of dirt and debris on the evaporator coils or on the blower wheel itself, it's really going to hamper the unit's efficiency and ability to keep you cool.
Gotcha.
The second thing is really to clean the air itself, the air that you breathe. Filters can remove harmful allergens, bacteria, things like that that would kind of aggravate respiratory issues.
You are really good at just segueing right into the next question, man. Have you been, you've done your homework. So we're talking about harmful allergens. What kind of health hazards can be removed if you keep that AC system up to snuff?
Well, so the first thing we have to recognize is all filters are not created equal. The old
Don't get cheap on them?
Don't get cheap on them. And honestly, I tell homeowners, if you buy the cheapest filter out there, you're going to have issues.
Gotcha.
Also, if you just go to the big box stores and buy the most expensive filters, you could also have issues. Those
Really?
could be too restrictive,
Okay.
where they're catching all of those allergens and particulate matter, but they're also going to be restricting the airflow itself and kind of starving the system for air.
Interesting. All right. So let's say I'm new to my home and I've got and I've been as attentive as I possibly can to my filter needs. Is there anything else that I can do in order to help my air quality?
Absolutely. And before we get into it, I'll let you know it's okay. The old saying is the milkman never has any milk. The AC guy probably needs to go home and change his filter. But I will, there are things that you can do. Of course, it's just one of those things where first we need to see where we're at. Sometimes the equipment itself may be dirty. Most of the time what we find is the air ducts are dirty. And the thing that we don't think about, especially being a second or third homeowner, is the amount of dust and debris that is already in that system.
Right.
And the contents of that dirt and debris.
Yeah, I can actually speak a little bit to that personally. My wife and I bought an 80-year-old home in Avondale, right? And there's all sorts of business in there. So we had to have guys like you come out there and take care of it. And they used some stuff that looks a lot like this. So this isn't my loofah, right?
No, this is not your loofah. It may work the same. However, these are tools that we use in one of our duct cleaning systems. So you can see we have various sizes. We go from a larger soft bristle brush here. Those are designed to actually get in there, and they attach to our duct cleaning system, which some would call it a glorified shop vac, because it actually has a vacuum, so that as we put these in there, these brushes will rotate and kind of scrub the side of that ductwork. They will remove any dirt, dust, debris that's built up on it, while at the same time the vacuum is removing it from the system, keeping your system blowing fresh air for you.
Right on. Very cool. Well, it looks like an amazing service. And so how would people find out how to have this at their home?
So whether we're talking about duct cleaning or even the maintenance agreements that we kind of talked about, you can just give us a call at 641-6000. And I said that phone number wrong.
Oh, Kendall.
641-0600.
641-0600?
Yes.
All right. Well, Kendall, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And guys, if you'd like to learn more, you can head to our website.